I just picked up a new 5-drawer cart, tool cart, and I'm going to do a little build video and hopefully put together a little toolkit in it. First things first, just going to lay out all the pieces and see what we got. Okay, so at a quick first glance here, got kind of our frame assembly. Got our 4 corners, looks like a brace, their little tray, a couple of the little extra, I think, screwdriver holders for the bottom, handle as well. Now this is actually the bottom of the cart. We've got our casters, 2 swivel, 2 aren't. I think one upgrade I'll hopefully make right away is just change these out to 2 more swivels. A lot more maneuverability. One thing I noticed right away, these casters were in the bottom tray here. And so this side, it's a little hard to see, but this edge was getting a little bent out. Not a big deal. Drawer still slides in and out fine. And the top here does come with a set of keys. And for your drawers to lock them, which is actually really nice, because I plan on leaving this lid probably open most of the time. So to be able to lock my drawers while the lid's open is pretty nice. Now that everything's laid out, just going to figure out what tools we need, and I'll start throwing this thing together. First step is the casters. So you'll be looking for the baggie with the bolts, lock washers, and washers. Nice thing about the bottom tray here, comes with threaded inserts, so that's nice. Size is 14 millimeter, so I've got a little 3/8 ratchet at 14 millimeter, and I'll throw these all on. Okay, so as I was putting those together and threading them all in by hand to start, make sure I'm not cross-threading anything, I realized it's going to take a while. So I actually pulled out my little compact, it's a 1/2 inch impact M12. So we'll run an adapter to 3/8 extension, and we'll just fly these down now. Okay, after that we'll be throwing on the 4 corners. So we'll see what we need for that. Okay, so for the corners, we're actually going with nut and a bolt this time. However, they've made these ones carriage head. So they actually, if that'll focus there. But they're squared on the inside there. So again, gonna need 1 tool, which is really nice that they do this. And we're moving to a 13 millimeter socket now. check here, but these are at the same on the top here as they are the bottom. However, it's not halfway up where they have these second set of holes. So the second set of holes that are in between the top and bottom are actually lower, so those go to the bottom. As I was not paying attention, they actually go on the outside of the tray here. So that'll help the holes line up a little better for me. Apparently, just because I said it out loud doesn't mean I'm going to do it. I put these two on this side upside down, so the middle holes are actually higher than they should be. So I'll put those around now. Okay, now that those are all the right side up, I'll tighten them down. I'll bring you guys closer to show you one thing I like about this. Okay, so tightening these up, as I said, 13 millimeter. What is nice is they just fit onto every one. Not much clearance there, but the perfect amount. You can get them all tightened with a ratchet, nice and easy. Another nice handy tool I got for this is my little ratchet wrench, whichever you want to call it, 3/8. Be a little tight to get an impact into those corners. Head's nice and small on this, so I should be able to fit just to tighten them up enough. I will say this thing is pretty low torque. I think they say it's about 22 foot-pounds. For something like this, it's nice and easy though. Makes it just a little faster than a ratchet. But it's plenty torque for what I need right now. Okay, so after that, we'll put on kind of all our lower braces, which includes, again, little canister or a little tray for the side, and as well, more kind of screwdriver pry bar slots. And so for these, again, it's just going to be the nuts with the little carriage head bolts. Now I think this gets a little bit up to your preference, which side you're going to want your tray on and which side you're going to want your handle on. I believe the boxes are completely identical side to side, so it's kind of up to your preference. In the manual, handles on the right side, trays on the left side. I'm just going to do it that way. Maybe I'll want to change it later depending. Okay, so we've got all that on. Moving to the next steps, which is going to be the hard one. Last to do will be the handle, nice and easy, but I've got to get that box up here. It's going to be a bit of a fight, probably by myself, but by the looks of it, they've kind of set it up in a way that should be doable as well. So one thing I think I should have done, because this is proving to be quite difficult by myself anyways, left the outside, well, probably left all the hardware a little loose, went for tightening at the end. Just have a little more flexibility. It's a pretty tight fit to get both sides of that toolbox on the inside of the brackets. So I'm just gonna give a little shot to loosen the outside hardware, give those outside frames just a little more room to bend, and see if I can get it in there. Okay, I think I've got it sitting on there properly now. I even had to flip the front and back brackets. They're angle iron, well, real thin. But yeah, they are actually supposed to be up on the ledge, I had them down as if to be on the bottom orientation, and they're supposed to be flipped so that the flat part's actually up top. And then for the toolbox, you actually are going to use 4, side and side, 2 on each end for carriage head. Well, actually they are star screws to go in there. Okay, it's all finished here. Let's just have a little look at it. So yeah, again, this one comes with a little side tray. You got all kinds of stuff. I mean, basically screwdriver storage is a lot of that. I mean, you can even fit ratchets, pry bars, stuff like that. Open the lid, which does have a lock. I probably won't be using that a whole lot. Your drawers, they lock. That is really nice, I think. Wheeling it around and stuff, you don't have to worry. Unlock, and you're good to go. And they have some resistance, even not locked, which is nice. And then for movement, so you got 4 casters on the bottom, 2 locking swivels, which is nice. I think I will try and get 4. So we've got lots of storage. Top, I mean, big open storage. You got some smaller drawers. Of course, half width, 2 shallows and a deep. And then full width, 1 shallow drawer and a deep one. And then on the bottom, you've got your tray, just some open miscellaneous storage. I know I've heard lots about these gas shocks seem to fail fairly well on them. I know I'm not planning on shutting this lid almost ever. If I do have any problems with that, I'll probably be planning on just doing something permanent to secure it open. But otherwise, yeah, it's a pretty nice looking toolbox. I've got stuff on order for it as well. Hopefully be using it, you know, have a little extra things on the side, some magnetic things. So we'll see when those get here, and some tools as well. I'll start filling this thing up and also video that. But to end things off, I'll just go over it briefly here. So what you actually need to build this. A pair of side cutters is just nice. You can cut the bands off of the box. I use the pocket knife as well, actually Milwaukee Fastback. And then what you really need is a 3/8 ratchet, a 13 and 14 millimeter socket, and I had 2 extensions. You do need a longer one for the casters, so you could just use that. A longer one and a short one's nice. And then you will need your star screwdriver for the 4 toolbox bolts. What was nice to have, made things real quick and easy, little impact, and this ratchet was awesome actually. Just got it for Father's Day, first time using it, so it was really nice. It fit into all these little spots that'd be kind of difficult. You'd be banging everything against this, and it fits right in there onto those, so that was awesome. Okay, thanks. If you enjoyed the video, follow for more. I'll definitely be filling this thing up.